okay.
Yeah, so I wasn't as crazy as I thought with that
Oh.
spin bounce. I thought it made me feel crazy. I mean, I
Oh,
am crazy.
he's played stouts on every other
I
course, I
know.
think.
He knows something we don't, I guess, but
I guess for the wind on, what is that? That par, that par 4.
Matty V just laid up to the left here on 7, which I'm kind of shocked by.
I don't blame him, honestly.
I
He's playing well. He's in the number. You know, he doesn't need to go for it. He could possibly hole out or get birdie at worst instead of trying that ricochet bounce like
Yeah.
that. It seems like it's working for a lot of people with that 3-wood.
Yeah, I've been doing that same thing, aiming to the right of the, down that gap there, that ravine, and then clicking one to the right, and then hitting it back across, into the cliff, and it's been having a little bit more success that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was trying it the other way for the longest time, and no
Yeah,
luck.
I might lay up on that hole too, like
take
Matt
the birdie
did,
and run, because it's not an easy click if you miss it. Yeah.
Yeah, because then it's a par, instead of birdie.
Yeah.
You're losing 2 strokes.
Stroke could come into play big time, especially if you're battling around at the top. So
yeah, and thankfully I should be solid in purple no matter what I shoot, unless I shoot like a 10 or something.
we know that ain't gonna happen. We know
And
that's
that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, so.
But okay, and Paul's hitting a full here, and he caught the tree. He's
Wet.
wet.
Oh wow. Okay.
That did not make any sense to me.
It looks like this got the gap for Taylor and Fox here. And I like the little gap to the left of the tree and just kind of go in between and let the ball carry back. But I don't know what.
With an 11 outwind and
go
Cosmos, I think you could hit a 9-wood. You could hammer a 9-wood through there.
Yeah, he just hit a 6 122 and carried. Yeah, I agree.
With a little cut on both sides, and that
with that
it
distance,
went too long.
With the outwind, even that distance for me, I got a 6-wood at 275, high T 140. So with an outwind there, even with a little cut, not hitting the full perfect 180, I feel good with getting there. So 9 for you for sure.
Yeah, on this hole, I've heard with the stouts that the 5 actually carries those bushes a little better.
I've not had much luck. I always hit it or go deep.
No, okay.
I usually, on that bush on top of that cliff there, I always try to line my ball up to where I'm either cutting it, if I'm putting a cut, through that little gap.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what club I happen to be hitting, because I feel like that's what I hit. I hit either side of that V gap on that bush. So.
Okay. Yeah. That tracks.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's just something I've heard in passing, and I don't know if it'll.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you talk to more players than I do. Like I said, you know me, I come get 1 through 5 games.
You have a good group, though, there in Cape.
Oh, my God. I guarantee the guys are probably watching right now in the stream, or they're going to watch later, so. Nice click out of the sand for Fox. Saved the eagle, so.
Oh, breaking news. Breaking news.
Oh, boy.
Tim Juhas in the qualifier just hit an ultra shot hole-in-one to win $995.
Nice.
That's a pot that's been going for about over a year now, I think.
Yeah, since did Matt Miller hit it in Missouri this year or last year? I think it was Missouri last year.
Yeah, I think it's been going for about a year.
Yeah.
Over a year. If that was the case.
Yeah, it was, and it was Missouri last year. He hit it on Bear Lodge, that stupid around the tree hole out. That's awesome. Hey, Juas, I'm sure that cash is going to come in handy. So, that's awesome.
Oh man, he's such a great asset to the community. He runs all these tournaments and stuff, fantasy tournaments, handicap tournaments, no handicap tournaments. I mean, he has tournaments for everybody.
I'm in them all.
And
all of them.
Yeah, I love the fantasy, and I didn't play the handicap or no handicap this time, but
I didn't do very good this time. I got second and 1 against Barack, and another one. Speaking of the canyon here, the ravine, we got Harris, Fox, Taylor
Looks
on that.
like everybody's trying to go
Yeah,
for it.
I think Fox was a little out.
Taylor.
Taylor's at 19 through 14.
Adam's shot was actually, if that doesn't give him a straight shot, if it gives him an offset shot, I don't know how much better of a shot you could hit there.
Yeah, I think Taylor Young is going to be a
Taylor's
little bit better.
right there, yeah.
So,
But Andy, I don't think Andy can go for it, you know. He can still get it out there, and he can get on the green in 3 for birdie from where he's at. I've done it. And the wind is actually blowing back at the green, too. So that might benefit him. Yeah,
absolutely,
you can see the green there. So he does have a shot for birdie still.
Matty V on the left here just hit whatever, I don't even know what club it was, but it hit the cliff on the front left and bounced up to the green. So
he's just been getting all the breaks today.
He's stealing all yours. That's what it is.
I'm not getting any breaks today.
Taylor got through.
I mean, it's my fault. I'm not playing stellar. I haven't put in the work to do it, honestly.
So
that's about as big as that gap's going to ever get.
But for a wind ball guy, like, you know, because you play the Cosmos, how much cut back do you have to hit? Like
the wind doesn't affect it as much.
In the canyon?
In the canyon.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's kind of like, it's kind of weird. You got to learn that stuff. And, I mean, it's going to, he can get through there. I mean, he's got to thread it no matter what. I mean, it doesn't.
He doesn't like it, you can tell. So,
but that's as good of a look as anybody's ever going to get there. He's going to cut it a little bit
to miss that first
and
bounce out.
That's a beaut.
Oh my God,
that's a beautiful shot.
Great shot for Adam.
And he did not cut that a 15 wind.
No, so you're right. Yeah. I mean,
so
I couldn't tell you.
It's half-ish, I guess. I don't know.
Well, you know, I can't tell you because I played this out, so I couldn't tell you what the wind is there. That's why
I mean, for a 7.5, if you had if you had a 15 wind, you'd probably cut it about that much.
Yeah,
you know,
that's what I'm saying. So yeah.
So I guess it's probably about a half or something. You know, I'm not sure. But this is definitely I think I'm just going to go for birdie on that hole, though. You know, like Fox did.
So talking about that, so for me, if there was a time I was going to go for it, it would be on this pin placement because if you don't make it, it drops you that 13, 14 yards just short. So it's a decent click at it. I mean, for me, you know, if it's 12,
80, 90%.
Yeah,
right?
I feel like, I mean, if it's one that you're going to make with a sandwich, that's a good one to try. After that gorgeous shot, Adam's still going to get birdie, but not going to be happy with that for sure. So
no.
Yeah, I think today, the story of today's qualifier is going to be Alaska. It was brutal for people. So.
For a lot, a foot here, a foot there, and that's what that course does. I mean, it has some really small greens, and it has big winds, and you know, not all the greens are tiny, but there are some really, really small greens, and some big winds, and you got water. The foot off, 2 feet off is, you know, in the water, so you're 2 strokes, and the drops aren't friendly at all.
No, not at all. I mean,
they're not red tee drops. You're not getting them red tee drops from the older courses.
I've heard a variety of success, non-success stories on that course, but you know, so
yeah. Let's see what Adam does here.
I mean, he's going to get just outside of the full is what I got to figure, but is he going to play that 7 or an 8 high? You got full Cosmos on the right with Harris, Fox, Taylor, and then Franta, Hickey, Van Hoosier, 2 stout, 1 Cosmo. So
yeah,
they played very good. You know, following them all day. Somehow I got into I'm playing on the stream with Chad and Gordy, and me and Gordy have had a good time. And I met Chad for the first time. Amazing guy, super. I mean, some of the shots I've seen him hit today are. Yeah, he's outstanding.
He's playing really well. He said he just bought a home edition a couple months ago.
Good.
And
I think right now,
you know, he's been joking about it. Everybody says he's cheating, letting Barack play his rounds for him because he's a Houston guy, and His home edition's at the Vector the Vector room.
I've seen
But
the play out of him today. It's been very exceptional.
Chad's been around the game a long time.
Yeah, he said he took a break and he's come back a little bit.
Yeah, I think I met him a couple years ago, one time, and
see how Connor on the left just hit that, first out guy.
Yeah.
He aimed at the tree on the right and then hit the 180 to the left of it. No problem, 141.
Beautiful shot.
When you got that breaking news, Fox did go deep with his 6, but he made his chip out of the bunker for eagle as well. So
okay.
What did Harris end up doing?
We missed that too.
Yeah.
I think they're both up there at the top left of the green.
Wind probably got him by the sounds of it then.
Yeah.
And of course,
Taylor's gonna
go low.
Okay, Taylor's hitting a full. He's gonna try to get a kick off that hill to get on the green, but
kicked up a little bit, but not enough.
But they're all in a similar spot here.
Yeah, he went 6 as well. So, Ben, how am I doing for my first time? Am I okay?
Fantastic, bud.
You're just happy to have somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Even if it's me.
I'm always happy to talk to you, Craig.
Yeah. I'm just glad I get to see you and your gorgeous better half. She's always so sweet and amazing.
Yeah, Eddie G's been warming up the ball for her all day. That thing's staying warm because how much he spins it. And
is that who you picked for? Because didn't you win one of the auction bids, or you picked for yourself to play with?
Yeah.
Okay, that was good.
Yeah. I mean, 2 years ago here in Dallas, I qualified with Andy Haas by buying the Pick Your Partner.
Okay.
And that was an amazing experience, but I really haven't played many games with Luna, if I've played any, so I wanted to play with Paul,
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
I did notice he's walking around with 2 hand warmers.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
is that allowed? I think that's kind of shouldn't it be a 5-stroke per course penalty? What do you think?
I mean, it's not rosin bags, so I'm fine. I'm fine with it. It's not, he's not lotioning his hands. He's not, doing anything
to
put anything on the ball.
To keep his tack, then that's what it takes.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's 8. Holy cow.
This is for Bode, for Taylor. And then you got Connor. He's just going straight right, laying up on the canyon holder we talked about, going for the birdie.
Yeah.
So
he's playing well enough. He doesn't need.
My God.
He has no reason to go for eagle here.
No.
And I mean, even a par, I don't think would cost him too much. But a stroke that changes the bracket. You're in the top half of the bracket, and it helps a bit, usually. So I feel like I'm going to be in the bottom half of purple. So I'm going to have to make a run.
But that's the thing, Ben. You got the capability. I mean, you can heat up and get hot.
Like you. You and I have both advanced so far in the last 2 years.
Well, I appreciate that.
And we were nobodies.
Yeah.
We were just coming, hanging out. And
I'm still nobody.
You'll always be somebody.
Yeah, I know.
You've always been somebody.
Yeah, this community, like I said, for me, the main reason I go is to hang out with.
We're here with 170 of our friends from all around the country.
For sure.
We don't have any Canadians today.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised by that. So,
but usually, I mean, it's all around North America.
My hope is eventually to figure out how to crack that top 6. I mean, it is nice if I could make a main today, especially with it being the Holiday Classic, because it is so many. So many good players.
How are you sitting for Player of the Year?
I think before today I was 20th.
Oh yeah, I don't. There's not 10 people that can pass you.
Yeah, so
I don't think there's 10 people that can pass you.
Like I said, you and Jesse do the
you've
math
made
a little
what, three mains this year?
I made 3 mains. I finished. No, I made 2 mains. I made St. Louis, and I think I went 2 and 2.
Okay, so
and then I made Carolina, where I went
16-24,
Yeah,
and
I
then you went 5-6 in Carolina.
7-8 again.
7-8.
Same
Okay.
thing last year.
Yeah.
I made
Yeah,
just
like
outside that
I had
Calcutta.
that 9-12 in Florida.
Yeah.
which was huge.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
you know,
So, where are you sitting on point wise then?
I was 34th. I want to say 35th. Right
So it
there, but I only had 3 tournaments.
So it wouldn't hurt your feelings
So
to
all
win
all my
Math adds up.
points today.
Yeah.
It's not like I offset one tournament.
I got
and,
you.
you know, I can only gain 100 points. I can gain I think 190 points if I win purple. You know, since I have no chance of making main. So, you know, I win purple, get 190 points. I'm right there at that 850 number. So, you know, I have a chance at Top Gun. If not, I'm going to play Little Gun again
Free roll.
and try to make a run, you know.
Free roll. Take what you can get. So.
Yeah. You know, we're here till freaking midnight tomorrow.
Oh, it'll be later.
Well, yeah, that's fine. I mean, my flight doesn't leave till 10 a.m., so
I think
on Monday.
us Cave guys, we fly out on Monday morning. Me and Matt, we came up together, so I think our flight's at 8 o'clock. Gets us back to St. Louis at 10, so it's not too horribly bad.
Yeah, and then you got, what, an hour and a half drive
Yeah,
home?
you know, like I said, same perfect distance to bring barbecue in for the St. Louis trips. Just an hour and a half in a hot box. So.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half drive for me to Chicago to get to Midway, so. Because I'm actually.
You know, they do have a direct flight from Chicago to Cape Girardeau.
Or it's a 6-hour drive.
Oh, that's true.
It takes 6 hours with the airport, you know, an hour and a half to hour and a half to the airport, an hour in the air.
I don't like your logic, even though it's right.
Sitting in the airport for 2 hours with security and stuff, you know, three-quarters of the way there by the time the plane gets there.
Travel with Matt Miller, you won't sit in the airport for 2 hours prior to the flight.
You're running through the terminal?
No, it wasn't that bad, but he just went to see some family for Thanksgiving in California. Ricochet off the show. Oh,
okay, what are we doing on 18 here? Okay, Fox is hitting a full
off of that.
Off the mountain.
Yeah,
he did it. He's so excited.
Yeah, going to get the birdie, take the birdie and run.
Yeah.
It's a horrible wind for any ball.
I've eagled this hole twice, and it was both chips from that fairway. I chipped in from the fairway both times, or hold out, you know, from 80 yards, 90 yards.
Well,
okay, Hickey's in the same spot as they were, the other side was.
Got Cosmos again, so it's hard to see.
134, exact same shot. Okay, he's a little deeper in the fairway, but I mean, still fine.
I'm getting no reads off this because I do a C3 8.5 bite from the right with Stouts. So he almost did a full too.
They all hit it 134. How do 3 people in a row all hit at 134 exactly?
They're good. They're really good.
It's not the 120 glitch. It's the 134 glitch now.
Oh, Jeff, Dirty Pool, he just sent a text. He had 26, 25, 26, 30, and then got the 19 and got us in.
Oh.
Yeah,
Jeff was playing great.
And yet made his first main in Carolina,
right,
so yeah.
He's been playing great.
Just give him my
and
cape.
what a guy he is, man. Jeff Poole.
Been around for a while.
Lovely guy, you know.
I think in Cape we joke we call him the godfather of our Golden Tee. So, but he's been around to a lot of tournaments. I mean, he was playing it before. I think he played in. He was telling me he played in some of the old Club Lucky events.
Oh,
before there was PEGT. I don't know. So I mean, I've never personally played in any of those. So
yeah, those were big, and that was
good money in those. I heard.
Cool,
so.
Yeah, they added a bunch of money, and they must have added too much money because then they had to close shop. So.
Something didn't add up, right? The math.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on how you're playing. If you can play that hole the way that Taylor, Fox, Harris did and get the birdie, I mean, this is for a 21 or 22. Yeah. I'm sure Fox is.
So Fox has a 20 and a 22. I don't know what he did on the. So he might be in purple. You know.
Yeah, that's nobody wants to see that guy in purple.
None of us want to see each other in purple.
Yeah,
we all want to see each other in Maine.
Yeah.
None of us want to see each other in purple. And we, because there aren't any buys in purple anymore,
No.
Like the Maine is just a, f- a a fist fight. And purple, to win a purple, you're
Was that Adam Harris shot at 27? No,
All
that
right.
was Taylor.
Yeah.
Taylor 27.
all right. Well, I'm up. I gotta bounce. And
I gotta.
all right, Craig.
I gotta
thank
play
you.
too.
Yeah, you're gonna be playing in a couple minutes, and we'll get somebody else up here to take our spots.
Is there a button we need
Thanks,
to hit or
guys.
anything before we get off here? So.
Nope, we're good. Andy will take care of it.
Hey, well, thanks for having me on, Ben. I appreciate
Yeah,
it. Good luck.
Thanks, Craig. Play well.
You too, buddy.
Oh shit, good luck, man. I'll say nice things about you. I have no idea. Oh! Yeah? Alright, man, we'll light it up. Let's try to get a game in later if we can. It'll be fun. All right. Looks like we've got two stream machines, players attempting to mind the gap. James Hickey hitting the bailout full with the 0 iron. Great shot there. Birdie is an excellent score with this slightly right to left outwind on the setup today. A lot of players playing, hard around off the wall, trying to get a bounce out into the fairway. Not a shot that I've mastered. Certainly one worth practicing, but you got to survive the first 17 holes without the devil on your shoulder making you DNF before you even get a look at this one. Medium 8.5 here. That's not gonna. That didn't come around. I'm not really sure what that was about. I know the Cosmos is always going to undercut relative to the stouts that the other two guys threw at that shot. All right, so let's see. Ben Vania, Paul, Anthony Luna, Bryce Aubert on the right-hand side. Teeing off number 1, Gunnison Gap. So we had, that looked like Cosmos. This looks like Cosmos. I would imagine Ben is playing Cosmos. Yep, there we are. And you can see some people going straight at this with a 9.5 degree driver if they have it in the bag. The 8.5 full, though, I think going over the left-hand side is pretty popular. Let's see what Ben's looking for here. Maybe gonna change a golf ball, change a golf club set. All right, James Hickey for a 26 on the left-hand side. Very respectable score if he can hold this out. Not going to be too upset with a 25, and that's a very well-managed birdie on a very tough setup on Gunnison 18. Ben going straight at it. High 8.5 roll. Running it down towards the green with this little bit of tailwind, and we are about to see the Click Chip Olympics. All right, Ben Vania thought about it, didn't hit the full like some of the others. Unless I'm imagining their fulls based on where the balls ended up. Gonna go for the click chip here. 5 wood for him. For me, it's a 10.5. I think for Evan Gossett, we were seeing last night, it's an 8.5. Low enough loft club, low enough number of clicks that you just got to hit it straight and don't play the wind is usually the goal. All right, 28, Connor Franta, left-hand side. He was sitting pretty through 4 rounds, so he is going to be
Very
high.
nice,
Oh,
Ben.
that is a golden tee shot. Ben bringing it in 2 under after 1. That's where you want to be. Let's see if he can back it up with an eagle on number 2 as well. Favorable
that's
look
a good
coming.
start.
All right. Paul Anthony Luna, loft, what loft? We are hitting the 7-degree driver click chip. I wonder if he has enough tees to finish this round. 1,477.
There's not a max.
He's been stockpiling a little bit. All right, Bryce, a bit of a renowned click chipper, using his left thumb to lock the ball while doing his pullbacks, trying to avoid that crooked pullback. 7 degrees, just going to throw this obviously straight at the hole. Doesn't get it, just kisses it a little bit left, it looks like. Not sure if that clipped something on the way to the green or if he just gave it a little bit of a push. Shot meter looked pretty straight. Luna's 8-wood click chipping here seems odd to me, but I guess if you're gonna, at thumb power, that seems reasonable. Yeah. For folks who do the kind of palm shove shot on the click chips, that 8-wood might have been a little bit too much club there, but now I understand how Mr. Luna is getting after that ball. All right, so Ben seizing the honors after teeing off 3rd on number 1. Not a bad look here, honestly. I expect to see maybe some 8.5s, probably some 7-degree A1 fulls towards this pin. If you're hitting the 7-degree high tee, probably not roll or release because you don't want the lower trajectory. You really want the distance here. Ooh, we're going to ride the wind, not fight it. Could be good for distance right to left. I haven't seen somebody hit this shot yet today. Is it going to puts him in a pretty good spot lineup-wise, I would say.
Yeah, but I think that's the deep cut or deep rough.
Yeah, it is some kind of heavy grass or heavy rough, deep grass. Yeah, so just gonna have to take that into account on the click chip. Might make it a little bit more difficult. Yeah, Luna hitting the 7-degree. Looks like roll might be the shot after all, and lines up what is honestly a really favorable look. Okay,
that should be a very good
side-by-side action. We have Mr. Hart, looks like logged in first, teeing off first on the left-hand side. Back pin, it's going to be, depending on pace of play, we might constantly have kind of right stream plays, left stream plays.
Yeah, one hole ahead.
Synchronized swimmers going on here. So, all right, so Ben's trying to do the math right now. Heavy rough, losing a little bit more distance, playing a little bit more, like 70, 75 yards. You know, obviously reflected with the shot meter if you're not doing click chip math. Or sorry, reflected with the 55-yard marker that's already displaying on the green. So throws that at it. Oh! 4 under through 2.
You know, he didn't play that good last night when he paid me $100.
Oh, well, he's making up for lost time here.
He is.
The Gunnison Gap is going to be, I mean, you make those 2 and you're theoretically on 32 or 33 pace. You just gotta hold it down.
I got on 18. 18 is you know, I was on at the bottom, missed my chip, but still came in with a birdie.
Playing stouts?
Playing stouts.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
26.
played the somewhat cursed Cosmo shot where you hit the one cliff, back into the other cliff, and then land in the rough just short of the green.
I have not tried that one.
It was not intentional. I was trying to hit the shot that bounces to the fairway, and I just am not hitting my numbers today. So, all right, Gordy Brown playing stouts. So I didn't clock exactly what Craig and Hart are playing here. Chad Hart? Do I have that right?
I'm not sure.
Trying to remember his first name. Okay, confirmation. Thank you very much. It is Chad Hart.
That always weirds me out.
I was 90% sure, but
I thought it was just 2 of us.
I am not the greatest names person. If you want me to remember your name, the best thing you can do is tell it to my girlfriend, and Emily will remember it and say it enough times that it'll be ingrained into my stupid little
faces
brain.
I get, faces I got that down, but yeah, there's a lot of names here. There's no doubt about it.
Ben taking a look at it. When Ben is locked in, he is a top-tier Golden Tee player. I've seen him put up some very big numbers, so he's got a bit of a cushion here towards getting a good score. Let's see if he can hold it down. All right, Luna saying, well, that's about a 0.4 mile an hour right wind. I got to move a couple fractions of a grid square left, and then we're just going to thumb it straight at it. Looks pretty straight.
That was me chasing hole-in-ones all day. I could not get one today.
Yeah, this is the first tournament in a while where I haven't managed to pull one in qualifying, so no joy for Mr. Webb today. All right, so Chad looking at the click chip here, playing yellow Cosmos, just blending right into that grass. Straight shot, looks like 8.5 degree driver. I'm having trouble quite making out whether that's an 8 or a 9, but nice shot here. Is he a thumb click chipper? He's pulling back a lot of times. I'm thinking this is going to be a thumb or a very, very controlled palm. Nope, here we go. Beautiful look at it, but just not quite finding it. Looks like it's going to be birdie, birdie, birdie left-hand side. All right, so right-hand side, these guys are all on Cosmos. Not the most interesting tee shot in the world. Tee it high, let it fly.
Pretty much.
Let's see what they can do into the green. All right, so Chad giving this one a little bit of thought. Looks like a 6-wood. No stress, no drama.
No blood drawn.
All right, let's see if Bryce can make this 3 peas in a pod right here. So Bryce is playing the 9.5 degree driver, which I have seen in a few players' bags, I think specifically for Gunnison. I don't have a good feel on exactly what it is that they're going for with that club.
I don't take it out of my bag. That's all I play is a 9.5.
Oh, interesting. That could be the case for these guys as well. I'm just not quite sure if it's a adaptation to the course.
I did find a lot more people today playing stouts.
I think it's probably a smart strategy because it's the opposite of what I did. And if you've seen the scoreboards recently, being the opposite of old Nate Webb is probably a good thing. So Ben chasing another one. Would be nice to be 3 better through 4, but we can't all be so lucky.
He's pointed everything, hasn't he?
Wow. Ben asking if they can retroactively start some 1 through 5 action on this game right now. He would be up several bits of score, bits of dollars in that particular format after his current play. All right, Gordy Brown not loving the experience with the trackball right now. Playing the stouts here, right? So he's not going to be trying to get to a click chip unless he really likes click chipping from, I don't know, 100 yards. Well, he got that farther out there than I thought. With the nice kind of cut you get out of the stouts that's lacking on the Cosmos, that really did claw out a ton of distance. Maybe I've been doing this wrong the whole time when I've been playing Cosmos on this course.
It's all the short holes that the Cosmos kill me on.
All right, so one of the first interesting tee shot holes here on the right-hand side where you've got usually a setup where you've got to bend the ball around this mountain. Now, you've already played your round of Gunnison. I've played my round of Gunnison. This is one of the most favorable setups I think we've seen, where you've got the left pin with the left to right wind. You don't even need to cut it, which is
just like that. Yeah.
Okay. He is dialed. All right, Craig Sander also playing stouts. Also does not even appear to have the 7 degree. Just gonna hit it straight. I like that. Good, solid golden tee.
Ooh, where's that going?
Paul Luna in the water. That shot didn't look foreign to me. I do that quite often, but Luna does not make that type of mistake.
That ball carried.
There is a little bit of a kind of an out component of this wind, right? You can see it was a little bit forward in addition to being left to right off the tee. Could be that just caught him out a little bit. They tend to kind of overperform in the ability that they can extend the distance of the golf ball.
Nice little chip.
Bryce says, well, Gordy Brown just proving me wrong. They are playing just behind the commentary booth, and he may have heard me say that didn't look like he was going for a click chip, and he just had to prove me wrong because that was, whatever that was beautiful. All right, Luna, just limit the damage, get the birdie. 8-iron. I'm not sure that ever left the ground.
That they just make that look so easy.
And they seem to know exactly the right loft in every situation where it's just going to crest over the top of the lip and then it's going to roll directly into the hole. None of this going up high in the air and bouncing off to the right based on the slope green. All right, so Gordy Brown with the honors, 1 chip in. Ben Vania still with the honors, 2 chip-ins on 1 and 2, so he's on quite the pace. You know, I have seen other shots on this hole, but especially for Cosmos players, it's just a high driver straight away.
Even, I go for the little thin strip right there and sitting in the same spot.
Yep, even with a headwind. It's actually, yeah, I think it's got to always be there with stouts, right? Because with Cosmos, it's very easy to go too far.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah. All right, folks. So in front of you, we've got these 2 threesomes playing their final qualifying match on this qualifying Saturday of the Texas Holiday Classic, but nowhere near the final bit of Golden Tee that we're going to be bringing to you this evening. A unique quirk of the format of this tournament here in Texas is that we will be bringing you 2 rounds of the main bracket, the purple bracket, and the pink bracket this evening. Everybody's going to be sticking around and playing 2 matches per person, and we will be with you for another several hours.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly with a short break between the end of qualifying and the beginning of match play. And we will be continuing to feature likely main bracket action on the stream through the rest of the night. So we will have probably about 4 to 5 more games on each of these machines.
Oh, easily.
That'll be played for you tonight. And, you know, stick around, like the stream. You know, maybe wait for the end of this qualifying bit of the broadcast and go pick up a fresh beverage or something.
This place has great
through.
food. There's no doubt about that.
That is very true. All right, Gordy Brown. So the stout players here on the tee shot look that we just saw Gordy hit, rarely able to properly reach the second fairway. It's almost always a 7-degree skip for me when I've played stouts on this course. What do you do
I
off the
play
tee?
my 9.5. I get to it every time.
Okay.
9.5 high backspin, smack it. I've been short in the rough there a few times, but it's playable from the rough.
Craig Sander also playing the stouts. He is taking a page out of your book. Looks like he's playing his high driver here, and he's even playing it with the release. And perfect. Okay, yeah. So I see what you're saying.
The
Plenty of
the
distance.
high driver, backspin, just give it a little more loft, a little
All
more
right, so
travel.
right-hand side, I was a little bit remiss in kind of missing the beginning of this hole.
Lodo hold out this 7th hole here off the wall just earlier.
Very cool. So for folks who haven't played a lot of Gunnison Gap, there is this, it's somewhat dark and hard to see. Apologies for that. But on the right-hand side, we're going to see Bryce hit through this canyon and hit what has been one of the popular shots where you bounce the ball off a little protrusion on the cliffside in a way that reflects the ball out to the left over the green. In a perfect world, you can land this on the green. I landed the green. Is Luna going to hit? Yeah, Luna's just going to hit a full here. This is the shot I hit, where it's just a 5-wood C3 for the Cosmos players, and just put it on the green with backspin.
A 3-wood high backspin.
Off the cliff for your shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, so multiple.
I've already holed it out.
Multiple ways to reach the conclusion of this hole. I'm not sure if Ben is tracking his scores, if he's estimating the cut line, if he's using that as a criteria for making the layup decision here. You can see he's selected punch on the right-hand middle side of your screen, making use of some of the new mechanics.
I have not used the punch, though I have used the flop. The flop is still, it takes a little bit to get used to.
Luna, cool as a cucumber, bringing in the eagle there. Yeah, flop and punch. If you have time to put some games in, get out there and practice with it a little bit. Punch is going to be a little bit lower, a little bit shorter, a little bit less spin. You can sometimes use it to fill gaps in your bag. If you're stuck between a 7 hybrid and a 9 iron, maybe there's a way that you can punch a 6 iron. Those numbers don't make a ton of sense, but experiment with the different distances you get from the punch shots. You may be able to fill some yardage gaps that way. It's also a nice way to attack into the wind. So if you have to lay up, for instance, on Gunnison Gap 18, when there's a right to left wind off the tee, so you have a headwind from the layup in the second fairway, I like to hit a punch 7 iron, or depending on how far out in the fairway, I get a punch 5 iron against that headwind, so you can get a little bit of roll up the green and go for it.
A little bit.
Yeah. All right, so Bryce coming in with backspin, confident that he can land it in a place where that backspin's not going to pull it off the green.
Yeah, they have yet to upload. Right now, the only 2 courses that are registering it is Alaska and Machu Picchu. So
I think so.
We do not have data from Cornfield and A big Acoma Mesa.
Yes. All right, so, we were talking a little bit earlier when I was on the stream with, might have been when I was chatting with Mr. Van Hoosier. My original thought before anybody teed off today was that the cut line was going to be in the neighborhood of about 131. I think we are tracking a little bit lower. We've had some tough looks today, and we've had some of the players that would be striving to make that cut put up some scruffy scores on some of these challenging 2026 courses.
Definitely Alaska. I think, if you shot a 20 or a 21 on Alaska today, you were doing pretty good.
That was my only good round of the day. I shot a 24.
Nice.
Everything else was a little bit scruffy. So I think I'm going to be on the outside looking in, but I expect the total score across 5 courses required to make the main bracket today to be somewhere in the 128 to 130 range.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Jamie put up a 28 or 29 on it. Jamie Arrington.
On Alaska?
Yeah.
It's an impressive score.
Yes, it is.
Fairly certain that Eddie Godfrey put up a 31, but we don't need to include him in the conversation when we're talking about human Golden Tee players. Eddie G's a little bit more of a machine.
He is a beast.
All right, so number 9, Gunnison Gap, right-hand side of your screen. We have Mr. Vania, third to tee off. He's going to hit a little bit of a cut here just to try to position the ball where you've got a good look through this little canyon towards the pin.
That is nice.
That's a nicely placed shot. All 3 of these players, the pin is a little bit off to the right.
But that wind is going to help you carry it there.
So
definitely club down on this one. It's easy to overshoot.
So I like the 5-wood obviously here would be one of those clubs that's very easy to overshoot with, but I hope he's hitting a nice soft bite that's going to release forwards a little bit in a kind of controlled manner. Yeah, I got a little bit farther right than he was hoping, but nothing wrong with that shot. All right, so left-hand side, Chad Hart just hit the other tee shot that you sometimes see here on Gunnison Gap, number 6. The full off the tee to try to get further up the fairway. I don't personally go after it because I think it's added risk for little to no added reward. The difference between coming in from 290 yards and 260 yards is not that significant. So just heard the announcement in the room that there's been a winner announced for the 3rd course. Andy Haas took down the win for Hawkeye Hills. That should mean that the standing, let me pull it up here and see what we have. So 3 courses uploaded. You can see it on the qualifying page. Leaderboard, 32nd place right now is Mr. Orlando Ayala, 77 under with a decent haul of great shot points. So if I'm going to try to think this through from a handicap standpoint, right? 77 under, the marginal main bracket player is probably shooting 29 or 30 on a coma, right? So let's call it 107 and maybe hedge a little bit from there.
Yeah.
Now, you got to think through what we're looking for here on this course, right? So if it's 106, 107, I think people are going to be putting up kind of 24, 25 here. So we are probably looking at kind of like a 130-ish cut line.
Yeah, this would be one of the lower cut lines. I mean, it could possibly be, especially because of Alaska, it could be in the upper 128s or upper 120s.
Now, I will say it is interesting to see the progression over the last 2 months because the cut line in the South Carolina tournament 1 week after these courses came out, I believe was 119, as it was a little bit scruffy, a little bit smaller field, and people were struggling to find their way through.
Well, right now, reported on Gunnison, we have a 30 under. Turk shot a 30 under. Evan with a 28. Now let's back down here and let's go to Kona.
All right, so
we have, for that I apologize, I'm not sure who that player is. 33 under on a coma with 117,000 great shot points.
All right, so oddly, I'm not really sure how this happened, but 2 of the 3 players on our right-hand stream machine in the water on this par 4 10th at Gunnison. Looks like they both safely got up and down for the par, but certainly not the expected result. I think both got a little bit long and caught the cliff and came back. So
definitely.
Luna back with the honors, gains a little bit of ground there. All 3 players on a pretty good clip, but lacking some strokes that they would have expected to have picked up in other places. All right, so if I take a look at Gunnison Gap right now with, let me do a good old refresh here on the Golden Tee PGA Tour Caddy app.
That's what I'm looking at now.
All right, so Gunnison Gap at least on my side, I see 120 out of 150-ish people reporting. 32nd place right now is a 24. If a few more good scores come in, it looks like it'll probably stay as a 24.
120 reported right now.
So I'm looking at about 130 or 131 for our cut lines. Apologies for doing all the math here, but all the Golden Tee players very curious about who's going to be in and who's going to be out of that for this main bracket action. Ben Vania getting a little bit sketchy here. Clips the cliff, stays dry, but he does not have a shot from over there on the right-hand side of the water behind the cliff.
That is a bad spot to be.
Yep, Gordy Brown, errant off the tee, stayed in the water. Going to take a chip at it from here. Certainly a gettable shot. Looks like he's got an 8-iron plus that he's considering throwing at it. I believe that has the loft to get this done. He would know better than I would. Just trying to get the right number of clicks and a bit of a crooked pullback catch there. It was pulling back slightly to the right, leading to that left turn and the miss of the cup. So, all right, Ben takes his medicine here. Certainly a world where he could hole this out from the fairway to try to preserve the recommended and nearly required eagle score here on number 11 of Gunnison Gap.
Yes, Andy Haas with a 30 on Hawkeye. They've updated the app.
All right, so left-hand side, pretty favorable look to this par 3, particularly for stout players.